Brilliance Audio presents Stumbling into Love by Aurora Rose Reynolds, performed by Carly Robbins and Alexander Sendies. Looking around the crowded bar, I pull in a breath. There are lots of people here, and I can tell that most of them have come to have a drink before heading home after a long day at the office. Men still wearing their suits, women in skirts and heels with their hair still perfectly styled. This isn't the kind of place where I would normally hang out. There are no TVs playing in the corners of the room with the game on, or men drinking beer while talking too loudly. It's too sophisticated for that, with black and white photos in elegant frames hanging on the walls, depicting Manhattan years ago, when the city was hardly more than a few blocks. Dark wood tables aren't scratched or worn. The leather chairs aren't peeling or falling apart at the seams. They all look new. Everything about this place screams class. Feeling a breeze come from the door, I turn to look at it and let out a disappointed breath when I see a beautiful woman walk in, followed by a good-looking man. Picking up my cell phone off the top of the bar, I pull up my text messages and check to make sure that I haven't gotten the time or date wrong, that I'm at the right place. Seeing that I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be, my hand tightens around the phone in embarrassment. The guy I was supposed to be meeting for a drink is now 30 minutes late, and he hasn't called or replied to the text I sent more than 15 minutes ago. So I've officially been stood up. I drop my cell phone into my purse, then drain the glass holding my lemon drop martini. I feel my face pinch as the sour taste hits my tongue. Then I gasp when the vodka burns down my throat. "Would you like another?" the bartender asks. My watering eyes meet her brown ones. I should say no and just go home, but I know my sister Libby will be disappointed if I show up, not even an hour after my date was supposed to begin. I really don't want to see the pity in her eyes when I tell her Chris didn't show. She was way more excited than I was that I had a date tonight, especially after my self-inflicted dry spell. "Sure," I give the bartender my answer, and a smile. Without a word, she picks up the empty glass and carries it down to the other end of the bar. As I wait for her to come back, the woman reflected in the mirror across from me catches my attention. Even knowing she's me, I still stare in disbelief. When I told Libby I was going out on a date, she insisted on doing my makeup and hair. I didn't fight her like I normally would have, because I wanted to make a good impression. I wanted my first date in 2 years to go well. But I look like a stranger. My hair, normally tied back in a ponytail, is down in a mass of wavy red curls. My eye makeup, normally only mascara, is smoldering and sexy, making me look mysterious. My lips, used to only chapstick, look full and plump, thanks to the pink stain she used. I wonder what Edward would think if he saw me right now. With a deep sigh, I quickly push that thought aside, annoyed with myself for even wondering about him. Edward has been my friend since we met 2 years ago at a baseball game. We bonded over our love for the Mets and beer. He was easy to talk to, funny and kind. Since that day, I've had a crush on him, and have been trying to no avail to get him to notice me as more than just a friend. I thought my plan was working until a few weeks ago, when he introduced me to his apparently longtime girlfriend.